It's the show everyone is talking about, and not because it's an easy watch. It's the opposite. Adolescence tells the story of a boy radicalised online with devastating consequences. It brings home a terrible truth. This is happening to our kids too, and this young girl is living it.
Yeah, we got in the car and she said, "Mum, a boy said that he was going to rape me."
Did you feel safe at school?
No. I don't feel comfortable in the classroom anymore.
This is happening every single day in, I would say, most schools around the country.
We need to educate the boys, but most importantly, we need to protect the girls.
Absolutely, absolutely. But by default, that's going to protect the boys too. You know, and it's a tricky thing. It's a delicate subject to talk about, but we have to stop being delicate because girls' lives are at stake.
Can I just say, I think you were so brave.
Thank you.
You started Year 7 this year.
Yeah.
How are you feeling about starting school?
There's anxiety, but I was excited to get friends and like new classes and stuff.
Okay, so the first week, tell me what happened in the classroom.
Well, there was this guy that I was talking to. He was making weird jokes, and then we went back to the classroom, and then he started to make more weird gestures and stuff towards me.
But the stuff that was being said was of a sexual nature.
Yeah.
And you're 12. The Year 7 student from a secondary college in Melbourne plucked up the courage to tell her mum.
They were talking about a charger, and he had said to her, "So who's going to be the special the cable that goes in and out of you?"
The mother and daughter told the school what happened, the boy's punishment for the violent sexual threat. He was asked to write an apology letter.
He stayed in the class. Nothing else was done apart from forcing him to make that apology.
How did she feel going into school each day, knowing she was going to see this person in her classroom?
Oh, she was anxious, but then things took a turn for the worse, and something else happened that was far worse than the first incident.
Yeah, a month passes and your daughter comes back from school and she's really upset again.
Yeah, we got in the car and she said, "Mum, a boy said that he was going to rape me."
The 12-year-old received these messages from a male classmate.
"I'm a sex worker. If you don't be careful, you'll be raped by me."
And there are more, too vile to read out. The messages were sent on Discord, a group chat app, during class, on school laptops. Can you explain the impact that it's had on you?
I'm not very comfortable around guys my age anymore, like talking to anyone, really. So I kind of isolated myself.
So there's a loss of trust.
Yeah.
So these were the actual messages that were sent, and look at the time.
Yeah, we're talking about 1:13 school day happening at school on a school laptop.
Parenting expert Dr. Justin Coulson.
You know, the thing that strikes me, Ali, is just the casual brutality. It's said so flippantly. It's just a slippery slope, and we've slid all the way down to the bottom, and now this kind of thing is being threatened.
Police suspect found! Show me how! Get your hands in the air!
That slippery slope goes even further.
Do you believe me that I've not done anything?
Of course I believe you.
The new Netflix series Adolescence showing just how devastating it can be when this behaviour escalates.
You do not tell me when to sit down! You do not control my Look at me now!
You look at adolescence where a young boy is radicalised by online misogyny, and you realise this is the world our kids live in.
This is just a kid who's completely enmeshed and doesn't understand where the boundaries are. And if it's happening online, well, that's as real as anything that's happening offline.
How have we reached a point that students are sending messages like this to each other during school hours?
One word: pornography. We have really good research that indicates that on average kids are seeing pornography somewhere around about 11 for the first time.
11?
But we're talking about on average. It changes the script in a young person's head. So if I've never held hands with someone, if I've never kissed somebody, but I'm watching explicit imagery played out in a video, that's creating a script for what's supposed to happen, what my expectations should be.
After 2 alleged rape threats in just 5 weeks, it's understood both of the boys in question remain at the school. You still had to front up and be in the same classroom as those boys.
Yeah. I was suggested to move class by myself, but I really liked the teacher, so I didn't want to move classrooms.
You're not the perpetrator, but you're being told to change classes if you're uncomfortable.
Yeah. I felt like I was receiving the punishment more than them.
How do you feel the school has responded to this?
And it's a catastrophic failure of leadership. You know, she's lost trust in adults that should have been protecting her.
You felt dismissed by the school, so you went to police. What was their response?
He basically said, like, oh, this is obviously a crime, this is illegal, but because he's under 14, we cannot charge. The most we can do at this age is a caution.
It's a dangerous message we're sending to kids.
Absolutely.
Boys and girls.
Absolutely. We're showing them here that, like, this is all that happens if you do that. Don't worry, you can just write a note and get away with it.
The 12-year-old girl hasn't been back since. Her high school experience now confined within the walls of her home, and it may stay this way. Do you want to go back?
Probably not. Even if there's like any punishment or if they move from my class, I don't think I can go back, to be honest. It happened 2 times, who knows if it could happen another time, and I don't feel safe with being with those guys in the same class.
What type of punishment would you have liked to have seen for these 12-year-old boys?
I believe a course should be put together by experts who are working in this field, who understand the impacts of porn, consent, all of these things. They should be made to pass that course before they come back into a classroom, because now it's been acknowledged, yes, I know this was wrong and this is not acceptable.
This is a society-wide problem. We all need to step up to improve things.
This is a really big deal that you're sitting and you're talking about this. What do you hope comes from it?
Girls can speak out more, and then, or guys if it happens as well. And guys understanding that it's not okay to say those things.
I'm so proud of you. I know your mum is. Well done.
Thank you.
Yeah, she's been through so much, and today she's officially withdrawn from school. A spokesperson for Victoria's Department of Education says this misogynistic behaviour is unacceptable, and the school takes the allegations very seriously. For the full conversation with Dr. Justin Coulson about what parents can do, scan the QR code or head to our website. And if you or someone close to you needs help, contact Kids Helpline on 1800 551 800.